Right now, the search is intensifying for the missing Titanic submersible as the oxygen runs out for the 5 people on board. Glad you're with us here at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Carrie Lane filling in for Netta Iranpour. It was believed that oxygen supply best case scenario was going to last till 4:07 this morning. A deep sea robot has just reached the ocean floor, but the U.S. Coast Guard says it may already be too late. Oxygen, as I said, was estimated to run out a couple of hours ago. Crews are still searching, expanding the search area to twice the size of Connecticut. More than 10 ships are expected to take part in that search today. Experts note at 2.5 miles deep into the ocean, even if they find the Titan, getting to the surface in time is nearly impossible.
Recovery from that depth has never been done before. And that's not to say that it can't be done. It just means it takes time to be able to do it.
I don't know if the vessel has the capacity to extract that carbon dioxide, whether that submersible was built with that in mind. We also don't actually know what's going on right now. They may not be alive right now. There may have been a leak in that porthole.
Yeah, it certainly does not look good at this point. Officials are also still analyzing the banging noises that were heard yesterday. It is still unclear whether the noises came from the submarine.
And as the search continues, many are questioning whether correct safety measures were followed before the submersible was launched. The head of Marine Technology Submarine Committee says the Titan never went through independent testing. OceanGate's CEO said they used 2 different materials to create the ship, something that's never done. 2 previous employees raised safety concerns when the ship was built. One lawsuit says the company did not perform adequate testing on the Titan's hull. The ship was also never certified by an industry group, which is not required in international waters, but is industry standard.
There are 10 submarines in the world that can go 12,000 feet and deeper. Out of those 10, all of them are certified except the OceanGate submersible.
We'll keep monitoring efforts to find the vessel, and we will bring you the latest updates.
Today, the woman accused of driving under the influence and causing the death of her 2 kids is scheduled to face a judge for the first time.
The 2 kids were hit by a car on Father's Day as they attempted to get luggage that had fallen off their SUV on State Route 78 in Vista. CBS 8's Chris Groh is live outside the California Highway Patrol office where officers have been investigating this tragedy. Chris?
Yeah, and this is a CHP investigation, but today marks the first time that we will see Sandra Ortiz inside of a courtroom. The 33-year-old mother is expected to face a judge for the first time. Now, as for the timeline of events here again, this happened on Sunday, Father's Day. The family SUV stopped on the busy freeway after a piece of luggage fell off their vehicle. The 10-year-old boy and 16-year-old girl inside got out, but then were hit by a car trying to get that luggage back. Ortiz was subsequently arrested and has been charged with DUI and vehicular manslaughter. Fast forward to this week, and her husband, Miguel Aguilar, is pushing back against the charges lobbied against her. Aguilar also says that Ortiz wasn't under the influence while driving, and Miguel says that his main focus right now, not only defending his wife, but also caring for the 4 surviving children that they have. He says they're doing the best that they can while also trying to honor Alan and Amy, who died on the freeway.
She's not her fault. She has nothing but love for our kids, and right now she's in a place where she's alone, which I wish I could be with her.
And Ortiz remains in jail at this time, and she will be arraigned later on today at 1:30 p.m. Eric and Carrie.
All right, Chris, thank you for that update. Today, the suspect in the deadly stabbing of a 65-year-old woman in City Heights is appearing in court for the first time. 23-year-old Silvanusi Padafale Hamala was arrested Monday. Police believe he randomly attacked the woman at the Central Avenue Mini Park. This happened on Monday morning. Right now, Hamala faces 1 count of murder. Police are still asking for additional information. If you happen to know anything, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers. And this morning, Imperial Beach is putting the brakes on gun retailers coming into the city. City Council approved a 45-day moratorium on allowing gun stores in city limits. The city plans to use this time to study whether special safety regulations need to be adopted before gun stores can actually open up shop. And this morning, people in Mission Hills are divided over the old library in the neighborhood. The city declared it a historical building in 2020, but housing advocates tried to appeal that decision. Since then, the building has been left abandoned. One man tells us the city's decision simply pleases neighbors who want to block affordable housing and push the homeless out of the area.
We had a perfect opportunity to use city assets and city land to create more housing, and we've just made that much more difficult to do.
CBS 8 reached out to Councilmember Stephen Whitburn, who overlooks Mission Hills, but he did not respond to a request for an interview. And this morning in Ocean Beach, residents are voicing their concerns about poison being used at a local park to get rid of gophers. This is happening at Dusty Roads Park. Many neighbors say they bring their dogs to the park and worry they could come in contact with the poison.
That's definitely something they should post or make people aware of, because I've seen there's tons of dogs out here doing the same thing every day.
We've reached out to the city's Parks and Rec department about the poison and whether signs will be posted in the future. They said they're working to get information back to us as soon as possible.
Today, you can give your opinions on the proposed water hikes. The San Diego County Water Authority is holding a public hearing at 2 p.m. Following the hearing, there will be a vote on the rate proposal. The Water Authority wants to increase rates by 3%. They say if the increase does not go forward, they won't have enough revenue to provide services for their 1.4 million customers over the next fiscal year. The full council will discuss the rate increase in September. A fire that was burning on both sides of the border is fully contained this morning. CAL FIRE says the fire in Copper Canyon burned about 5 acres on the U.S. side and about 20 in Mexico. We're also keeping track of the fires that started on Tuesday. The Blackwood fire in Boulevard burned 37 acres. It's now fully contained. The Wildcat fire in Verona is also fully contained. It burned about 12 acres. And because of warming and drying conditions as summer begins, CAL FIRE will stop issuing outdoor burn permits. The suspension will begin on Monday. It will temporarily ban all residential outdoor burning of branches, leaves, and other landscaping debris. Now, this ban will not apply to campfires at community campgrounds or on private property.
I tell you, all the hillsides around my house, when I go out and walk my dog, I see so much vegetation. That was beautiful a month ago, but now it's like, oh, that is just
not quite as green as it was.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just a fire waiting to happen, it feels like.
Exactly, and that's why we encourage that defensible space around your home to be prepared for the changes that are coming our way for the summer season. We are officially in the summer season. Congratulations, we've made it past the summer solstice. Today is still a very long day out there. We're expecting our day length to still last well beyond 14 hours. We really only lose a few seconds compared to yesterday, the longest day of the year. Take a look at your forecast for today. We're cooling down a bit. We're increasing our cloud cover, so there are some changes in the forecast that deviate from the sunny, mild Tuesday and Wednesday that we had and toward a cloudier, cooler Thursday. Upper 60s along the coast versus the 70s that we had yesterday. We don't have any 80s expected inland. Instead, we're in the low 70s, but we still have some partly cloudy skies by the afternoon, meaning we will get some sunshine. It's just going to take a little bit of time for it to get to us. Satellite radar is showing how those clouds are much more extensive this morning than for the mornings prior. So that trough of low pressure that's making its approach around the San Francisco area is encouraging more onshore flow. So that's what we're seeing here on hand. Walking out the door, 60s, couple 50s as you start to make your way toward Escondido and Poway, for example. Escondido at 57, Poway at 58, El Cajon at 61, even some 40s out there in Ramona and Alpine. But when you stack these temperatures to yesterday, compare them, we'll take a look. We are warmer as we kick off now your Thursday compared to what we saw yesterday. And what that means for us is more cloud cover. Clouds act like a blanket for us. They help to hold in some of the warmth from the day prior. And that's what we're seeing on hand right now. So we're 6 degrees warmer in Oceanside as you head out to maybe walk the dog, 7 degrees warmer in El Cajon and Alpine. You'll notice that as you walk out the door, but by the afternoon, you'll notice instead cooler temperatures as opposed to the warmer temperatures that we have. So that's going to switch up a bit going into the afternoon. Average is 73 degrees. Take a look at the next 10 days, what we're expecting. If you're hoping for more summer-like weather, it is coming your way, but keep in mind it's going to take some time for it to get to us. Weekend's going to be pretty mild. Cloud cover starts off each day, breaks apart by the afternoon, gives us some sunshine. We're back into the above average range by about the middle of next week, and that climbs all the way to the upper 70s by Saturday of next weekend. But this weekend, still holding on to some of those cooler, cloudier conditions. Let's take a look at border wait times. This is a 60-minute wait time right now for your general line at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. 30-minute wait for the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. You can head to cbs8.com/traffic. It's got the latest on how your highways are looking once you are here in San Diego County. Back to you.